So guys, I'm here in my private server in the Forge, and I'm going to be showing you probably the best way to get some really good armor and some really good weapons here in the Forge. So currently, if I do look at my equipment, I don't have the best armor, but we are going to improve that. But in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys like the best way to mine stuff, really the best like crafting recipes for mid-game. And what I mean by mid-game is like, if I look at my stash here, mid-game, like you have probably some fireite, maybe, you know, ores, uranium, mithril, lightite, maybe. I won't really say like demonite, but basically I'm going to be showing you mainly the most important stuff you kind of need to get really up there in the Forge. Let's just go to the caves, of course, and as you guys know, the best way to go ahead and get like these rocks is in here. You go to the right and go into its little volcano area. Now there is some really good areas you can go, like for example, here's our 2 veins. If you have a private server, well, guess what, you're going on these 2 veins legit unguarded at all times. The pickaxe you do want is either lightite, arcane, or demonic pickaxe. Of course, arcane's probably going to be the best one, and there's something that you do actually want to do with the arcane. So if we do go over here to a bomber, let's see if I get it, and no, we did not get it, but I do have the bomber in my index. So if we go to bomber, go to enemies, we can see that for a 1 out of 15 chance we can get the miner shard. Now these miner shards are really important. As you can see, we have 12% faster mining. Sometimes you can get a really rare miner shard and you can actually get luck on it. And if we do look at the arcane pickaxe, 3 very convenient rune spots. So I've seen people get an extra like 50% luck just because they grind these miner shards for about an hour, and that 50% luck goes a long way. So honestly, that is a very important thing to do. Of course, like in these volcanic areas is where you will mainly find your bombers. You might have to kill some other things before you do get bombers to spawn, but mainly you want to go down into here. There's also a lot of veins on here, and you know, you want to kill as many bombers as possible, because if you get a luck shard, it's going to be really good for you. Of course, a 1 in 15 chance is not really too good, but hey, I mean, if you grind it for a little bit, you are surely going to be able to get a lot of extra luck on your pickaxe. Most of the time, you do want to find spots where you have like a ton of volcanic rocks or veins like right next to each other. You want to get out your miner potions, which are very cheap, and your luck potions, chug those a little bit, and just get to town. This gives you 10% extra mine damage and 15% faster mining. This gives you a 20% extra luck boost, and you can also stack totem onto these, but that is really not required, although it's something you may want to do if you have a spare totem. Oh yeah, here we go. We have a 2 basalt vein right here. Then we have 2 volcanic rocks just right next to each other. So this is a pretty good spot, honestly. As you can see right here, we just have these 2 basalt veins. Okay, we do have obsidian. I am going to mine this just because I do have a quest to do. So I am going to mine this, of course. Obsidian is also not bad for armor, although it does tank your multiplier if you're using really good ores. Okay, enough of much. Alright, let's just go ahead and reset here. You guys don't know that puts a 5-second timer and you respawn. Make sure you do buy potions here. They're only 300 gold. Okay, so we're here in the Forge. So there is a lot of good stuff to do here in the Forge. Let's do armor real quick and let's see what we can come up with. Yeah, I say we start out with 7 uranium. Let's do 6 rivalites, maybe 6 ore, and 3 mithril. Okay, maybe not. It's something a little bit different here. Yeah, I do recommend getting the proportions they did ask for, because like if you don't have a certain amount of stuff, you won't get heavy armor. Because if I put like 6 ore, 7 uranium, let's see here, 3 fireite, and 3 mithril, we only get to medium. And if we put maybe a little bit more here, like 5 lightite, we're still only in the medium. So it's really important that you guys do actually grind here, because if you grind, you can get some really good things. And now on to like what the ores do, because as you guys know, some ores do give you like a certain like buff depending on what it is. Alright, so obsidian, we get 30% extra HP. Obsidian is not bad at all. That's like a 2.5x multi. Get like 20 of those and man, you'll get some real good armor. Riverlight gives you 20% crit. Of course, you want to put that on weapons. Uranium, I mean, uranium's good. I'd say obsidian's better, and obsidian is definitely easier to get. We got mithril here, 15% HP. And of course, mithril has a higher multiplier, but then again, 15% HP is a lot different than 30. Of course, you can combine them. You know, you can put obsidian and mithril to get 45. Fire right here, fire right is pretty good on weapons. There's a 20% chance that you get a burn effect. There's a 30% chance on hit that you get a 2-second, you know, buff or whatever. That does 20% of your weapons damage every second. This does last for 2 seconds. Magmite here, this is really good for weapons. It's really good. So there is a 35% chance that every time you swing, you do 50% damage of your whole weapon. Light just gives you speed, pretty good for armor, has a good multiplier. Demonite, you do have a chance to burn enemy when hit, so 25% chance, damage, and duration. And Darkrai, chance to dodge attacks and grants increased movement speed. So you get 15% dodge and 15% speed. So if you pair Light-Eye and Darkrai on every single armor piece, you'll be the Flash. So yeah, basically the main things I would focus on for armors is Obsidian, maybe Mithril, definitely Light-Eye, and both Demonite and Darkrai. Of course, Demonite and Darkrai are definitely a lot harder to get, but Obsidian is pretty easy to get, Uranium's pretty easy to get, Mithril is pretty easy to get. You can also put Ioar on there too, but all these guys are really easy. So yeah, that is kind of the things that you do want to focus on. Of course, I do not have a lot of ores, and this is really big, guys. You do not want to forge, medium chest plates. Even if you get Dark Knight chest plate, which you can lock at level 35, which is way better than normal chest plate, you will genuinely get so much lower defense if it's not heavy. So please make sure you grind, and doing that extra little bit of grinding will ensure you get like an extra 100 defense or whatever. TheForgeCalculator.com. So if we just select some ores right here, yeah, let's do like emerald. Let's put in like 15 of this. Let's put in like 12 rubies, as I said, and let's put in about 15 cooperite. So let's see here. We have a heavy chest plate, which has a 2.6 free X multiplier, and essentially it can be from anywhere 42 defense, which is from the craft quality, up to 130 defense if you get 100%, which if you have the Bear Forge Game Pass. And of course, if you do craft this, you also have chances for heavy leggings, which have 115, and heavy helmet, which has 65. Because you put in so many, you don't have a chance for a medium. Like a medium chest plate goes from 67 to 131. I cannot stress enough that if you put in enough to get heavy chest plate, your world will be so much easier. So let's for example say we're in the late game. Let's put in like a ton of good stuff. 5 Darkrai, around like 12 Demon. I've seen some people do this here. Let's see. Let's put in we need some armor things here. Okay, let's do a good bit of Light-Eye here. And finally, to top it off, we will do some Mithril here. Yep, there we go. So as you guys can see, 68% chance for a heavy chest plate, and this does 250 defense. It's really easy to get 100%. So we do have vitality plus dodge traits. Of course, this is really late game, but I'm telling you guys, it's really easy to forge. This stuff, like emeralds and rubies, don't really seem that important until you put in like 10 of each. And if you guys just want to get a little bit better, you can put in a little bit of Mithril. Of course, if you're putting in this much, you do need like 5% to even make a dent. If you guys do put in a lot of ores here, you need a lot of the trait ore to even make a difference. Because let's say I had a lot less here, like a lot less of these ores, my Mithril would be currently doing 15%. So yeah, guys, that just kind of shows you. I will definitely recommend the Forge Calculator. I would recommend that hugely. That is one of the best websites that you can use. I mean, let's see what I could possibly craft here. Okay, I'm going to make me a piece of armor, and we are going to see just how good it would be. And I can only really make medium with the amount of ores I got. A heavy helmet will give me about 91 defense. Of course, I put in 5 Light-Eye, 7 Ioar, 7 Uranium, and 6 Rivlight. Like, I put in some really good stuff here. I put in 7 Ioar, 5 Light-Eye. That might not seem too good on the surface. It's 10 times easier to get emeralds, rubies, and cooperite. I believe I got, like, in this one ore, I got 3 emeralds. So I cannot stress enough. Don't focus. Like, unless you have a lot of a certain material, don't focus on doing, like, all your good stuff. Like, don't waste, like, free Demonite. If you're going to use Demonite, make sure you have a lot of Demonite, because it really matters on the quantity you put in. So yeah, basically, to sum it all up, you just want to find the best mining spots. Like, right here, for example, we got some 2 really decent mine spots. These 2 veins will also grind you those emeralds, rubies, and cooperite needed to make some really good armor. Yeah, guys, I do just want to see what I could craft with a weapon. So if I look at my inventory here, let's see what I can make. I could make Ioar, because Ioar does also go into weapons. Oh yeah, we do also have cooperite. I'm just going to mine that here. Let's get a little bit of cooperite up in here. Okay, let's actually mine this really quick. 1 second. So yeah, I am going to make a weapon here. Let's see what I can come up with the ores I got. Okay, so let's put in like a 9 Ioar here. Now, what you are aiming for, you do want to get either a katana because of the really fast attack speed, or gauntlets. That is mainly the preferred weapon for the forge players, just because their attack speed, it's really easy to get a lot of damage in. Okay, now I think we will do free fire, right? Yeah, see, we're already up to 120 DPS. Don't be scared of the DPS, because honestly, these attributes really make up for it. And finally, we can put in Rivalight. How many Rivalight do I have? Okay, I have 6 here. Okay, I have 6. Let's put in 6 Rivalights, and that does give me a lot here. 20% crit chance on weapons. And let's see. You know, I'm not too confident about a great axe, but right here I have 120 DPS, 15% weapon damage at minus 10 HP, 5% AoE explosion on weapons with a 4% chance. That's not too good, honestly. I'd probably remove my magma eye at that point. We have 6.5% burn damage on weapons with 10% chance. It's not bad, and a 20% crit chance on weapons. So honestly, this is with a very low amount. Like, I only got 9 eye ore, and if we really want to just boost up that multiplier, we can put in some Darkrai. Of course, I won't recommend putting Darkrai, you know, like at this point it's honestly better, because as you see, the more stuff you put in, the lower chances your stuff will get. Like, you get a 41% AoE explosion with a 30% chance. That's pretty good. You get 20% burn damage with a 30% chance. So honestly, guys, right here, 200 damage, it's really good. And this is base damage. That's not even enhancing it. That's not even with runes. This forge calculator is a lifesaver. So yeah, guys, that is kind of just what I did want to show you dudes. Just a lot of tips and tricks. I would say the most important thing, if you're looking to do armor and weapons, I would grind this spot here, because genuinely you can get so many Cooperite, Emerald, and Ruby. And if you're really looking to get good, the light eye helps a lot. Uranium, eye ores are pretty common, I guess. I got 3 in a row. And yeah, don't forget to also get the miner shards here off of the bombers, because if you get a miner shard with 15% luck, your life is going to increase, you know, multitudes. As I said, you will find mainly bombers in this area. Bombers do not spawn that common. You have to kill stuff to let the bomber spawn, but hey, sometimes they just spawn. And yeah, also right here, you can grind your luck boost achievement, because you can just AFK use rocks, especially in a private server. So there's genuinely so many ways to get so good at this game. And yeah, that is all you gotta do in the forge to be ready for their upcoming update. I do believe on the 16th of December, I do believe they are coming out with their next update, which is a new island. So I would make sure you get ready to grind for this, and you know, just get ready for new mobs. Honestly, those mobs are going to be serious. But yeah, guys, that is going to be it for today's video there, boys. See ya.